As expected, crypto sentiment has deteriorated over the last few weeks. And 1 week ago on the 12th of April, I was expecting a cycle low sometime within a few days.
Meaning that if we have seen the cycle low yesterday, or if Bitcoin continues down for a short while, then sometime soon we are going to see a nice buying opportunity in Bitcoin into a new cycle.
It seems that there is a pretty good chance that we have seen the cycle low yesterday. Looking at the technicals, we see that the 14-day RSI is showing a positive divergence, that is a bullish sign. The cycle length is 84 days, which is pretty long already, which only increases the chances of cycle finishing yesterday and a new rally taking us into a new cycle. Crypto Fear and Greed Index is also showing a positive divergence. A week ago, back on the 12th of April, it came all the way down to 20, a retest of the previous drop from mid-March, anywhere around 20 as you see from this history. Sometimes as low as 15 or even 10 is generally a good buying opportunity on Bitcoin. That's when fear is ruling the markets, and generally you want to buy when the blood is on the streets, and sell when everyone is getting greedy and excited about the asset. Can we still have much more fear on the market? Can this fear and greed index drop down to 15 or even 10 over the next few days? Of course, anything is possible and nobody knows the future, but with a positive divergence so far on the 14-day RSI and on the fear and greed index, there is a pretty good chance that Bitcoin is about to start a rally into the next cycle. Similarly, in a couple of previous videos, I mentioned that this seeming cycle low in mid-March wasn't severe enough, as this green line, the 10-day moving average of this Bitcoin optimism index, only touched 40 rather than dropping below 40. Historically, since the pandemic low in 2020, so that's over a year and a half ago, all but one Bitcoin cycle lows saw this 10-day moving average of the optimism index drop below 40. And what we see right now, this 10-day moving average of the optimism index is slightly below 30, which historically, as you see from this zoom out, is generally, again, a good buying opportunity. So what we want to see right now is a bit of a follow through. We want to see another green candle, and we want to see a bit of a break of the previous relatively insignificant local highs on the daily chart. That's a break above 41,500 or so. And that would simply be more of a confirmation of a new rally starting into the next Bitcoin cycle. But if you zoom out, you will see that Bitcoin is still not really out of the woods, as there is a relatively strong resistance zone somewhere around 45,500. That's a support resistance zone that has been respected since late last year. We see a December low around that level, as well as the February and March highs around that price level as well. So as I often mention in my videos, periods of high volatility are often replaced with periods of low volatility, as we saw, for example, in summer last year. So if the ongoing period of low volatility hasn't finished yet, perhaps the new cycle in Bitcoin might only test that resistance zone around 45,500 before coming down into the cycle low. But again, nobody does know the future. We'll have to see what happens over the next few weeks as Bitcoin approaches that resistance zone to see if there would be any sort of a breakthrough.